All right, let's get right into it. Today we are breaking down a practical, no-fluff blueprint for saving your first $100,000. And that first 100K, it's the most important. This isn't about getting lucky, it's about having a plan. You know that feeling, right? You're working hard, you're trying to be responsible with your money, but that six-figure savings goal just feels impossibly far away. It's super common, but here's the thing, it's not impossible. The problem isn't that you're not working hard enough, it's that you don't have the right map. And there's a really good reason for this. Charlie Munger absolutely nailed it. That first 100 grand is a grind because it's all on you. Every single dollar comes from your own hard work, your own savings, your own discipline. You're building the foundation brick by painstaking brick. But once you hit that magic number, $100,000, something incredible starts to happen. It's like a switch flips. Your money starts to work for you. That little snowball you've been pushing is finally big enough to start rolling down the hill all by itself, picking up more snow and gaining speed.
Now, the reason so many people get stuck is that they think the solution is just to earn more money, just pour more water into the bucket. But they don't realize their bucket is riddled with holes. It doesn't matter how much water you pour in if it's all just leaking out. Today, we're gonna plug those leaks for good.
Okay, so let's dive into our first section. These first few strategies are all about getting more fuel, more cash into your investment engine.
Let's kick things off with a strategy most people overlook: optimizing your taxes. I want you to think of this as getting an immediate government-approved discount on building your wealth. Seriously, taxes are one of your biggest expenses in life, but you could actually use the rules to your advantage. So how does this actually work? Well, it's way simpler than it sounds. When you put money into accounts like a 401k or a traditional IRA, that contribution lowers your taxable income for the year. So, say you make $50,000 and you contribute $10,000. Boom, the government now only sees $40,000 of income to tax you on. You just got a discount for investing in yourself. All right, this next one. This is the closest thing to literally free money you will ever find. If your job offers a 401k match and you're not taking full advantage of it, you are basically walking into your boss's office and saying, "Nah, I don't want that raise you offered me." Just think about it. Show me any other investment out there that gives you a guaranteed 50% return instantly with zero risk. You can't. It doesn't exist. It's crazy. People will spend hours trying to find a $50 coupon code, but leave thousands of dollars of free money on the table every single year.
And the math here is it's undeniable. You put in $3 grand and your employer just drops another $1,500 into your account. That's an instant 50% return before that money has even had a chance to grow. Not taking this is like finding a winning lottery ticket on the ground and just walking away.
This leads us to a really crucial mindset shift. So many people talk about living below your means. I want you to focus on expanding your means, but keeping your lifestyle exactly the same. So every dollar you get from a raise, a bonus, or maybe a little side hustle gets automatically funneled directly into your investments. This way, you're turbocharging your savings without ever feeling deprived.
Okay, let's move on to section 2. Now that we've got more fuel for our investment engine, we need to make sure that engine is running as efficiently as possible. We're going to cover 4 super simple rules to maximize your growth for the long haul.
These 4 rules right here, this is the core of a simple but incredibly powerful investing philosophy. It's all about consistency and being efficient, not about trying to be a genius or hit some investing home run.
Okay, check this out. This is rule number 1 in action. Always reinvest your dividends. Now that gap on the chart, it might look small year to year, but compounded over 30 years, that's the difference between having a pretty good retirement and an absolutely fantastic one. You're basically letting your earnings buy more assets, which then create even more earnings. Now, fees. Investment fees are like this silent little tax that compounds against you. A fund that charges a 1% fee versus one that's just 0.1% might not sound like a big deal, but over time, that tiny difference can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. With low-cost index funds so easy to find, there is just no reason to pay extra.
This brings us to a really critical point. Your job is not to be a market wizard. It's just to be consistent. I mean, look at this data. It's stunning. If you miss just the 10 best days in the market over 3 decades, you can slash your returns almost in half. And guess when those best days happen? Usually right after the absolute worst days, which is exactly when most people panic and sell. The lesson is simple. Just stay in the game.
Okay, we've covered all the foundational stuff. Now, we're getting to the two strategies that are going to move the needle more than everything else we've talked about, combined. These are the big levers.
This right here, this is the trap that keeps most people on the financial hamster wheel their entire lives. Whenever you get a raise, you have a choice. You can upgrade your lifestyle, get a bigger apartment, a fancier car, or you can keep your lifestyle the same and invest the difference. That one choice is what separates people who build real wealth from those who are stuck forever.
Now let's talk about the single biggest expense for almost everybody: housing. I mean, it is not uncommon for housing to eat up half of someone's income. When 50% of your money is gone before you can even think about saving or investing, you're not getting ahead, you're just treading water.
And this brings us to the most powerful strategy of all: optimizing what you spend on housing. Just look at the impact of this one change. By cutting your housing cost from 50% down to 30% of your budget, you have just doubled your savings and investment rate. You went from 20% to 40%. That one move has more impact than skipping 1,000 coffees.
And the long-term effect is just staggering. That one strategic decision, whether it's getting a roommate for a few years, moving to a cheaper area, whatever, that could add over $500,000 to your net worth over 20 years. This isn't about being cheap forever. It's a temporary, strategic sacrifice that sets you up for decades of financial freedom.
So there you have it. That's your blueprint. See, it's not one single trick, right? It's a powerful system where each part makes the others even stronger. You fuel the engine, you run it efficiently, and then you hit the accelerator with those two big wins. When you do all of this, reaching your first 100,000 isn't a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Because ultimately, every single dollar you save and invest today is a gift. It's a gift you are giving to the person you're going to be in 10, 20, or 30 years. You have the blueprint now, you have the tools. So the only question left is, what kind of gift are you going to give?